to information. Oh, too much late. Okay, yeah, usually happen to subject to behavior of the significant child. Hidden self. There is the panel of the panel of the hidden self of factored quarterly windows and these conscious of private information which is the individual who's keeping hidden, ambiguation and dreams and opinions may be with individual feelings. Unknown self. Unknown self is unknown self. This last window refers to the unknown information skills very extra are the unknown of others in the subconscious preconscious minds. This effectiveness. Okay. Importance effectiveness. Okay. Coordinal relation. Improve internal relationships since the everyone get each the others. Improve the communication windows of open interaction development, understand yourself. Monitoring yourself. Monitoring yourself by increasing awareness self and looking forward on different situations. You can be find more about among yourself and sharing the sensitization is the safetyness. Squat. SWOT analysis, strategy planning to tool with the evaluation, strength, weakness, opportunities, and strategies. Involve the project or in business, venture or other situation, request to decision in the request of the SWOT analysis definition, these strategies are objectives. What are the different precious for strength, attribute of organization and self-achievement objectives, weaknesses of a person's weakness, harmful of the achievements, opportunities, external condition with the achievement of operation, threat, external condition, there are harmful achievement in the objectives. This is what. Identify your strength, explore yourself in this part. Uh, Identify the strength. Every person, what is the strength, the negatives and positives, perspective of the point in a strong condition. A review of the weakness. The failures and success are the review of the weaknesses and circumstances of the self-esteem and self-evaluation and more motivational part in this your weakness and positives. Define an opportunities available here. What are the opportunities available in the concern area? Lack of situations that much of the available uh, things and sources the handle the situation. Understand your potential. What is the trend? How to the overcome the problem and understand potential information. Make an information decision. Some individuals known as the early age. What kind of work will make the happily while other nail downing and create the interest of skills and personality, learning style, values, exploring their own information, processing of this one. Psychological testing in life skills. The future needs of the active responsible individuals who are the prepared to take responsibility for the themselves and their communication. Most people quickly life skills and during their school education and thought of daily life experience itself, but that it is not sufficient to have focused on the skills. Don't not to adequate empathy, learning to contribute complex diversion problem. Life skills will bring about the chance that attitude competence make the informed the decision, solved problem thinking clarity and critically and creatively communicated effectively, build your health and relationship, empathies with others, coping with other magnitude living of the production manager. The intervention programs will be developed with the competences. Intervention is to change some activity. The effective of the particular programs is against assembly of the applications of the kids. The psychological testing. The psychological testing provides standardized information about ability, capacity, aptitude, or potential competence, interest, and trials the status of the person, which help the understanding one personal and planning of the future perspective. Most broad area, broaderly psychological testing are considered psychological assessment which involve an objective manner. Measure one, psychological functioning and objectives. They involve the measuring. Psychological functioning also broader label, since many different abilities are assessed within this. More specifically, with the people refer psychological function. Cognitive skills is attention, emotional functioning, and also personality characteristics. Life skills. Talking about life skills, these are some abilities of the adaptive and positive behavior, enhancing the humans and deal with effectively with the demands and challenges of the life. This concept of also termed the psychological competence. Concept termed the psychological concept. The subject to varies of the greatly depend on the social norms and community expectation, but skills that functional and well-being and individuals to develop into the active and proactive members of their communities and consideration of the skill. This use of the psychological tests in life skills trial. The use of the psychological test, life skills trial. Many psychological social competence scale. Sohan is the through employed the concept and constructed the concepts in the social competence. In this discrepancy situation of the social and familiar personal contact, this tool is measured areas, these areas, social, familiar, and personal contact. For this response area, so the five options prepare options provided. The responses category is very much a high average and low average. This is rating scale. Low average. It is a rating. And emotional competence scale. Sharma and Bhatwaja scale developed by the Sharma School. In recent review of psychological competence, enhances of emotional management tool as one of the dimension. This instrument enhancement total of the 30, 30 items or five responses categories. Items may be incompleted statement and individual competence is the chosen of one option. Adequate dependent of feelings, adequate expressions of the control emotion, ability function with the emotion, problems and emotion, encouragement positive emotion. Life skill education training. Life skills one of the more than one tool has been developed or the extended tool incorporate, incorporate decision making. Prepare the self-assessment called as a decision-making scale for the skill of 25th item. Respondents category always, sometime, and never. If it formulated the items has been identified the competence skills. Problem solving. This tool problem solving skill was developed mostly total as the five items. Responses category strongly agree, disagree, and the scale was furnished by the part of approach avoidance scale, problem solving confidence scale, and personal control. Okay. This measure through three problems. Okay. Approach is conflict scale and problem solving confidence scale and also personal controlling. It is reflect the components of the identify the creativity thinking. Creativity thinking test is developed with Martha. Three sections for the exercise section. One is measure the flexibility and originality. Section two is measure the both original and fluency. Section three is measure the elaboration. Section four, five, something. Critical thinking. Critical thinking. The same author is developed. In the critical thinking scale, as children of the five situations of the list of the advantages, disadvantages, merit and demerits, and any competence of like the situation. In the children's list out more the five advantages and disadvantages. Give the logically reasoning for the chosen option, considering good critical thinking based on the processing information. Effective communication. The effective communication scale was the contributor that Kumaraswamy 2005 scale was administered to the student time where was this allowed the student among the situation peak the of in children in child successful conversation enhancement of the 5 marks of the skills communication well effective communication. Sorry, it is repeated. Interpersonal relationship. The scale was developed by Marthan Agarwal called as interpersonal distance scale. Interpersonal distance scale. Every asked the rated of the friends and classmate scale, which is not like him or most to dislike to most of the given by the score of the 2+1 condition interpersonal self-awareness. Self-awareness inventory. It is prepared Northern. It individual list of the outcome, weakness, and various situations involving family, school, friends, and relative, elderly, and when it is a elderly and confused without the problem. Rated individual strongness and weakness and accuracy. Okay. Empathy assessment skill was adopted by the author. Consistent their five statements. There are responses category items consistent based on the component of identify the author. Coping with the emotion. Coping with emotion. Emotion. Self-assessment was developed by the Venkateshan to part differential emotional scale and Shane's assessment scale. Differential emotions coping with emotion. Differential Shane's assessment scale. Differential emotional scale is aimed, aimed at measuring the accurate emotional status. They have five responses category who almost never or very often. Shane's assessment scale is aimed to measure the extent of the person's shayness. These 35 items are similarly responsive. Coping with stress. Same Venkatesh developed sister assessment system. Experience the 75 items which has been assisted with the values maximum understanding minimum of 10. Some coordinated of this essential life skills. What are the essential in life skills? Life skills may be more essential, less relevant to independence on your life circumstances, your culture, beliefs, age, geographic location, etc. However, in 90, WHO organization identified the six key of life skills. One is communication and interpersonal skills, decision making and problem solving, creative thinking and critical thinking, self-awareness and empathy, which are the two key point of part of the emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence. Another one, assertiveness and equipment of our self-control, resilience and ability to cope with problems, personal skills. Yes, personal skills. Also essential life skills needed to help to maintain the healthy body and healthy mind. Healthy body, with healthy mind. These skills, including many those of the World WHO organization list, such as the resilience, self-control, and self-awareness. Personal skills are the what is the self-control to balancing the positives and negative emotions to control yourself, and self-awareness. What are the problem to how to solve the problem through knowledgeable or emotional intelligence based on the solve the problem. It is awareness. Okay, relations is the personality characteristics of it is included personal life. Personal skills are the ones which is the help to relations manage and cope with emotions. Enhance the psychological competence. What is the competence? Competence refers to broad correction to reflect the skill, abilities, knowledge that enhance the personal performance effectively. Having competence mean one has the certain ways thinking or behave the matters of performance on a talk or completing job effectively. Being able to establish the credibility is the part of one the competence. Psychological competencies. Psychological competencies are the ability to extra control over one's life, to competence with the specific problems and effectively and make up the chances and other behavior. One's environment to oppose the more ability to adjust adaptive to the circumstances. Okay. The content of psychological challenges in the uh, contemporary life, contemporary life. The contemporary of the day, this decreased and in age anxiety. Present day society has rewarded the new highlights of the economic growth and technological advantages. But along with this, having the witness of increasing the tension, conflict, and unhappiness, tension and unhappiness, and alert the unproductive and as a competition and behavior. The prosperity of the increased about the poverty and predictability is the increased with the uncertainty, such as the contradiction have led to the emergency and psychological problems such as the perceptual anxiety, doubt, and insecurities. Anxiety, stress, and conflict becoming a competence and contemporary life. It has the result in a conditioning known as the pleasure, while the feeling is the action, the managing the point of the difficulties with the piece of in ourself, anxiety. And so the term of psychosocial engineering implies the active role of the behavioral scientist, particularly psychologists, to evaluate the principles which is would the maximize the psychological resources human beings and also ensuring that are the best positive purpose. Social changes. Yes, technological refers to marital or social. social group. Merging the two things of construction and insight of is the social technology. Science and technology contributed the greatly economic development, but can also have been negative and consequences such as on the environment. Social technology is the statutory usage of the health issues. Social technology is the strategies use the health issues of the people being invested in a materialistic goods more than moral and that is the economic can still continuous growth of society can be better places. Social technological system including non-technical elements such as people processing regulation. It is a non-technical element such as people processing regulation goals and culture, well technological elements like computer software instrument. This is the adaptive. Okay. Evaluating technological and social media have become an important part of modern days living. We are unable to imagine life without a smartphone. Text message has been become a integrated part of how two individuals interact with their social group rather than the in-person interaction. Interaction on social media can have a major impact individuals' well-being and satisfaction. Communication outlets are the changes are rapidly that have been thought adjustment. The effect of technological positive effect in technological health apps and tracking the chronological illnesses and communicative vital information to doctors and moreover health apps of the tracking of the experiences and mental health information. Online media online media recorded gave the accessible result to allow the bill and description. Virtual doctors visit, virtual doctor visit, online education and essential research and self-paced learning, reinforcement and preventing of the personal relationship, enhancement communication with the others can improve the feelings and concentration, online support group, awareness and competence, social media and healthy education, topic of the anorexia, nervosa and depressions. Exposure to new cultural and ways of the negative consequences of the technological issues. Studies suggest the happiness of the control without the popularity and usage of social media market experiences. Increase the level of social media disengagement. Disengagement. Happiness quality of their life. Social media is designated to bring the people together, yet it may be opposite effect of some cases. Age 1932 without a higher social media users are more like socially isolated, socially isolated who have done social media often. The amount of time spending the social media could have affected mental health and lead the become more social isolated. Spending of the extended the period of the social media and associated with the depression in adult. Compared with the who are checked the social media less frequently checkers with a development of the depression. Albert Bandura empirical proved the relationship between TVs and exposures and violence addiction, online gaming and checking the social media risk of the cyberbullying, identity, cyberbullying and identity. Physical effect of psychological issues may increase the risk of physical wellness, including eye strain due to increase the screen timing, glare brightness, and viewing the too closer to far away, poor postures, and underlining of the visual issues which may be leading to eye strain. The way many people use the mobile devices, computers may be contributed to incorrect posture over time. This leads to muscular pain issues, skeletal issues, maybe cervical spondylitis pain, and shoulder pains in psychosomatic body pains, which are person handed the forward and looking down at the screen can be put in the unnecessary to amount of pressure to neck and spines. Using the technological to approach the bedtime maybe causes issues in sleeping. This effect has been to effect of the blue light, such as the light from the cell phone and ready readers, e-readers and computers, stimulates stimulates the brain. Blue light to disturb the body natural credential rhythms. Creden, body natural credential rhythms. That developing the may be more sensitive. The effect of the technology that adult brain, children who are over use of the technology may be more likely to express uses like low academic performance, lack of attention, lack of creativity, dealing with language development, lack of attention, language development, uh, delay in the social and emotional development, physical inactive and obesity, poor sleeping quality, social incompatibility and anxiety, aggressive behavior, addiction to the technological extra behaviors. These are problems. And cultural differences, technological made an interaction cross-cultural around the cultural cultural differences. Technological made interaction towards the the overcome towards the overcome experiences may be industries and currently have been significant amount to interaction collaborating working with both directly and indirectly. The children and youth today need to prepare to enter the workforce as adult society that have spans across the broad areas involving investment of the people, disadvantaging background of the marriage setting, my rapid setting, migration. People who are move from one place to another place, such as the shelter, are called migration. Okay, the migration move from the one place to another place in search of work or shelter, whatever it is a migration. There are different types of migration, such as country to urbanization and immigration, immigration, internal migration, and to internal migration and rural to urban migration, internal migration moving to within a state, country, or the country continental. The external migration moving to different to state, country, and emerging and living of the countries to move another migration moving of the new countries. This is migration. Stopping this some topics are the cultural differences, adult approaches to the migration and diversity is the procrastinal enhancement of the synthesis. Procrastination ignore the differences, beliefs, and projects. Okay. Beliefs and more than beliefs our own way only away this one the enhancement of the opportunities and arising the cultural discoveries. Economic, it is the strategies recognize the diversities and force of the minimize the cultural differences, popular and creativity, sharing approaches to the approaches to the our own differences neither support the order and maybe increase the society culturally and also understanding the different communication styles. Some communication styles of the linear, virtual, curricular, and direct to visual indirection, distraction, various of the attachment, conversation very attractive. This is the understanding of the people, different communication styles, which are the curriculum and promotive of understanding. By communication skills are the viewpoint of the communication discoveries. Is the statement of the made of the directory people involved in the indirect communication, communication made by through suggestion, directive and visual direction. Detective or visual attachment is communication with feelings and emotion, whether the detective and communication powers. Abstractive, it is the communication assume the issues be better understood of using the stories and ignorance of the telephonics. So, focus on satisfaction. Active listening. Active listening is the more effectiveness of this pupil formation. And also empathy. Empathy is the feeling of the situation another walking into another person to show of the screening of the person. Empathy involves the understanding the person and preoccupation conclusion of the same way. Going to beyond the tolerance. What is the people or culture matters to culture differences in this way, toleration different culture background of the right to direction tolerance. So suppose and go to American, it is the adaptive these children. They, uh, the culture is different and way of dressing is different and culture based eating foods are different. Both are all are aspect of the changes will be gradually in changes. Right? In case of the same kid are growing the Indo-American kid, they migrate again the India. They cannot adjust about the same situation in these areas. Migration, geographical mobility. One country, one geographic, another geographic areas is move the enhancing of the competency. Impact of the migration, positive impact and negative impact. Positive impact is job opportunities helping the improvement quality of life. Some improve the social people, other networking issue, networking development, and gather the economic growth and children's opportunity for the higher education, some more extra. In this, negative impact is the more higher than the positive impact. The negative development of the rural areas to migrate the urban area. You cannot adjust to job hours and school facilities and the low income budget. Natural resources of the low. It is the migration change in the population. Place referred to be disturbing the population pressures and maybe family divergences within the neighbor situation, negative impact. And also, some factors, some factors affected the occupational choice. Occupation means of the work, occupational, professional, occupational, professional. This professional choice is a professional choice. In most human action causes of the feelings of the direction more comfortable, more satisfaction, less frustration is the occupational area. But in the occupational area, direction provides the motivation for action feelings of the high comfortable living is status with the increasing direction for the situational analysis. Economic factors affected the occupation choice, the helping the directing and age of this one. Persons have aggregated this economic circles helping the determination and which is the employees opportunities available to other person immediate and potential values of this one. Education. Education to influence of the occupational choice. Open door open door some of the occupations so that it would be otherwise of the clothes and make it with the person awareness occupation. Psychological factors influence of the occupation choice, helping to determine the extra, which is the precious bone needed. Acceptance and those supplies is the factors in the relations and one of these um, areas of the determining, which is the personal consideration with the aptitude of the applying. Sociological factors in this occupational with the person familiar ritual with the familiar the culture pattern of the social group in which is the person has been the result of the social group which is the country identified himself and herself helping determine the occupation which is the consideration social acceptance performance of social pattern exclusively acceptance with the determine the social involvement. Competence better the occupational choice. Yes, better occupational choice are um, examples of the professional development skills. It is communication skill, interpersonal skill, problem solving skills, self confidence, and adaptability, integrity, work ethics, and leadership. Communication ability, speak, write, and listen. Good communication, speaking clarity and confidence. Using the tone is the positive and appropriate of the stimulation. Its tone is much. Leadership, interpersonal skills of the verbal and non-verbal behavior and reaction to interaction other people. They affecting your ability to blind relationship, build relation, not blind, build a relationship, make up the impressed other social situation, impressed other social situation, impressed in social situation. Self-confidence, self-confidence, believe your ability, action, direction. If you have the confidence yourself, might the more and brother ambiguity, goals of trying, never thinking of the beliefs can be success. Adaptability. Adaptability is the ability to adjust quickly and easily, thinking of people who have handled the changes of time, personalized threatening environment, integrity somehow. Today, this is last examination point of the question paper shared. We will discuss this. This is your question paper pattern and model subject to discipline. So suppose in 3 hours examination, maximum marks is 100, minimum marks is 42. It is gaining the same session, 3 sessions in the question paper. So just a minute. Sorry, this is your question paper model in the sessions. Section A is short answers. Each question 4 marks. You attempt the 5. It is internal choice. Out of the 10, you will write only 5 questions. This is internal choice questions. Both, all questions are internal choice. In section B also same, but each 10 questions, 5 questions in every attempt, the A and B. Okay, A and B. In your attempt to questions is 5. Each question marks is 12 marks. Okay. Aspect of communication. Every block and unit wise is covered the all aspect of the question paper and also essay rate question. 2 questions. Sorry, Section three is only fill in the blanks and multiple choice questions. In this, each one mark. No choice here. Okay, your all questions is attempted. Okay, it is the fill in the blanks and matching and also mm, multiple choice answers. Just choose the correct answer. This is the multiple A and B, A to D. In 4 answers, you pick the correct answer and fill this number. And another one is matching problem. What are the group A and group B? Group A is uh, terminologies, maybe terminologies, and in your textbook is uh, last to each every unit to summarize and also give the glossary. This glossary is follow the matchings and some questions. Fill in the blank questions. Pick it. Glossary. All chapters you read the glossary. If 4 marks, automatically you get 5 marks. Okay, and fill in the blanks also. Very short answer questions like 1 mark questions. These are same way. Okay, this is the over the topic. And also last class we will close this some topic is deviate. That is today is completed that one. Yes, yes. Yesterday in this topic, some slides, last slides are not completed. That is improved. Essential skills are the personal attributed personality traits, inherent social cues, and also communication abilities. Developing these skills are involved the process of self in improvement that which must strengthen your knowledge and capabilities, self awareness, reach your personal goals, face your fear, face your fears, learning something new, find a moment, find a mentorship, reflect, be curious, be serious, be serious, build your network and meditation. This is improve the personal development skills and also acuity. Yes, acuity, respect and good manners, good behavior is not. This is the thing of the essential role into one acuity. Hmm? Acuity. Equity refers to guidelines which is the controlled way responsible individuals responsible individual should behave society. Personality equity. Personality equity enhance the social acceptance, which is the all of us wanted engaging social conversation and concept of the uh, mind care concept of conversation, which is people ourselves of paralyzed, which is of the factor influencing of the conversation. And personal development, the most scenario time if the realization there in appropriate behavior, social situation, and learning, and also some of the questions and uh, activities and personal activities of something cannot be ignored and adequate over personality and affecting your professional, especially with your client meeting, business development of these sliders. The purpose of this focus on the 5 elements of personal activities: work, meeting people, telephone, and dining and coordinating. Work activities mean in work activities the piloting of the process of arriving the in a competence with the agreements of the timing, including of the professional life. Meeting mean meeting same on this one, developing a capable handling of the concierge and show and ensure the eye contact, increasing the stress, and also confident building of the meeting. Meeting is the concept and agendas is explained. How much clarity in the telephonic activities in telephonic situation is on the situation napkin of this corresponding. um, this. The basic table setting. This table setting is to discussing the most important, most important of the right or wrong decision with the panel speakers or panel committee members, which is the basic table setting of the napkin. Place the napkin your lap immediate after sitting. Also to open your when the implement of the napkin the right or your place. Heating so, some activities, personalized settings is completed and over the question paper also showing this over all units are completed in the mindfulness techniques and which one this is personality development is the yesterday class. Today class is